Hey, I've had a couple of people ask me how this PayPal stuff works. So once you make your account, you click log in. When you come to the paypal.com site, I'm going to click that. It's already got my username and password auto-populated here, so I just click log in. So if you can, it's easier to save your password into the website so you don't have to remember it every time. I click log in. And not too important to have your stuff 100% complete. I do like to have my picture on there so that when I send an invoice, people kind of remember who I am and what that was about. This is my PayPal balance currently. It's populated from invoices I've sent out. You can always transfer that money back into your bank by clicking here. Let's see. And so I'm going to prepare an invoice so you can see how to do that. This is pretty much your dashboard where you can see completed invoices over here and your balance. So to send an invoice, you're going to click on send and request. Then you're going to click on create invoice. And you can see my old invoices here. So they've all been paid actually. So I'm going to click create new invoice. And I've already put my picture in here. It just comes up when I do it. But when you pull this up for the first time, you'll be able to click, instead of update, it'll just have a different button that says like import or something. You can put your logo here, which again reminds people who you are and why you're sending them an invoice. The invoice date, today is February 28th, so that's going to be there. You can customize your invoice number and you can customize the due date. Sometimes I am taking pre-orders, and so you can take it due, you can make it due upon receipt. People are pre-ordering, so they do understand they need to pay it in advance. But if you aren't in a hurry to get the money and you feel like you just want to wait until your order comes in and you have a chance to ship it out before you make it due, you can always choose a different due date. But usually due on receipt is going to be the typical due date. And since I actually already gave this lady her product, it will be due upon receipt because I just told her I'd invoice her later. So I'm going to type her email in here. And the item that she bought, a blue-red collection. So that's 55. She bought let's see how I wrote that before. That's probably a better way to write it. So I'm going to copy that. Lip Sense blue-red color, glossy gloss, and oops, remover. Then I'm going to go down here and do the same thing. She bought a caramel apple as well. And let's see, what else did she buy? That's it. So I'm gonna add that to B55. Then down here, I'm gonna give a 10% military discount for military. Shipping, no shipping because I actually didn't send it to her. I handed it to her in person, which is really great. And tax, I'm going to go back up here and change the tax to 8.25. That's what it is here in Texas. And then my note, I'm going to add on here that I gave her a 10% military discount, so she understands why that is. And then I have saved in a file the verbiage I like to use. Documents, let's see. So here's my verbiage. Thank you for ordering. Remember, this product is bottom of the bottle guaranteed, so you can try it for as long as you need to. If it's just not the right color, we can return it or exchange it for a different color. Shipping for returns and exchanges is not provided. So I do like to say that because I will gladly take any product back, but they just have to get it to me. And then I put that over here. Copy, I like to just have it so I can just copy and paste it. I don't have to type it every time. So those are my terms and conditions, that the shipping is not provided if they need to return it to me. And then just reminding them that our customer service guarantee satisfaction is totally awesome. Thought there was a way to enter her name. Anyhow, it doesn't really matter. So this is what she's going to be invoiced, $107.16. That's with an $11 discount, $8 about in tax, and then I can preview that. This is what it's going to look like when she opens it. She's going to see the line items. And I don't like that this R is not capitalized, but this one is. So I'm going to go back and fix that. So I'm going to hit edit. It does allow you to go back in and make those last minute changes. Hit preview again. That looks a little bit more professional, so I like it. And then I just hit send. And then it's going to populate over here. And it's going to say unpaid. And if it remains unpaid for a while, I can click remind. So the cool thing here is that you can go in here and remind people. Right, so if you click on remind, it'll prompt a way to send them a reminder. It's going to send them another email saying, you still have an unpaid invoice, you know, so it's not even you having to do the reminder. It's kind of nice that you can go through PayPal to remind somebody. And then like if you have to do an RMA for a product, like someone returns a product to you, the beautiful thing is you can come into this list of all these people that you have who've paid, and you can print your receipt, because you are going to have to provide that documentation. If it's someone that you did a cash transaction with, you can just do a handwritten receipt. But if you did happen to invoice the person who's returning the product, it's great because you can just print it and you already have it right there ready to go. That completes the invoice training. If you have any questions about PayPal, let me know. One thing you might want to consider adding in with your shipping cost or as a handling fee is the transaction fee, and you can calculate what that is before you create your invoice. I didn't happen to do it on this one, but you can take 2.9% of the total order plus 30 cents. So it's usually around $1, between $1 and $2 something. And you can add that to the shipping costs if you want to pass that transaction fee on to your customer. Nobody expects you to absorb it, but sometimes I just do that because I don't feel like figuring out what it is. And that is your training on invoices. Let me know if you have any questions.